Hi everyone, welcome to Simple Joyful Mindful Living. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I make videos about homemaking and homeschooling and motherhood, and I am very pleased that you have decided to join us here today. So I am just sitting in the car. I have two sleeping boys, though I think one, the littlest, is starting to stir. I have brought them out to a champagne house, which sounds kind of strange. One, because they're children, and two, because I don't drink, but attached to this champagne house is a nice chocolate shop, and it's Friday today, and I thought that it would be a nice treat to go and get some chocolate covered strawberries for afternoon tea. We've spent the morning at home cleaning up and just doing home life things, so I thought that it would be nice to get out and enjoy the beautiful weather today, because it's autumn here in Australia, though it's still very warm. It's just starting to cool off a little bit though, so it's really nice. During the afternoon it gets a little bit cool. So all of those things really have nothing to do with today's video, and it's something that I have been thinking about. Today's video, the topic of, is something that I have been thinking about for a while. I really didn't think that I would make a video about it, because I think that for some people, for a lot of people, their health and any sort of weight loss or fitness or any kind of journey like that is a really personal one, and when you put it out into the world, even not necessarily on YouTube or the internet, but when you put it out and talk to people about it, you can get discouraged, because people have all sorts of different ideas about ways that you should be healthy, what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating, what kind of exercise, what time of day. Everyone just has an opinion, and if you're just kind of starting out or just wanting to trial something new, it can be really discouraging to put what you're doing out there, because people do tend to just have an opinion, and it could make you question what you're doing. Now perhaps if you're doing something mega extreme that's not healthy, it would be good if you questioned that. But if people are just kind of doing, trying to be a bit healthier and eat the right kinds of foods and all of that kind of thing, then it's a shame if they feel discouraged from doing that. So that's kind of the reason why I thought I wouldn't share my, trying to be kind of healthier and feel better journey, because I know that it's easy to get discouraged when everybody tells you what you should be doing, or that what you're doing is wrong, or that it isn't enough. And I guess the reason that I decided to put this out there is because I'm doing things in kind of a different way, a much gentler approach, a slow approach. I'm not interested in any sort of major lose weight quick or anything like that. I have done that in the past, and to be honest, what I'm doing now has nothing to do really with losing a set amount of kilograms, or yes, it doesn't. Someone just pulled up next to me, but it doesn't have anything to do with losing a set number of kilograms or pounds, or reaching a certain dress size, or sticking with some kind of diet for X amount of time. It has nothing to do with any of that. It's just about wanting to feel better, and I have had periods through my life where I have felt really, really great, and I know what I need to do and what I need to eat and the kind of lifestyle I need to live to feel like that again. And now I don't feel awful. I don't have any major health issues. I'm just kind of low on energy, and I feel like I'm eating too much chocolate, which is weird, because I was never really a chocolatey kind of person before. Like, a sweet little boy woke up, so I think I'll need to keep this kind of brief. Hey. It's like, who are you talking to, Mum? So yes, it's really just about wanting to feel better and have enough energy to run after my two little guys, and just to feel what's the word? I can't think of what the word is, but just energized and ready for the day every day, and alive and sprightly and all of these things. And I've done that before, and I've been there before, and I know what makes me feel good, and that's probably different for all sorts of people, but the way that I approach that is by introducing the things that make me feel good into my kind of everyday life, rather than cutting things out. I like to fill up my day with things and with foods that make me feel good, because I want to live a life of abundance, and I don't want to feel like I am let's not eat my hair. I don't want to feel like I am, you know, missing out on things, or that I'm making heaps of sacrifices, or I want to live a life of abundance, not one where I feel deprived. So it has never worked well for me to cut out major food groups. Although that being said, when I was plant-based, and that's cutting out major food groups, if you consider them food groups, then that made me feel really good, cutting out. But I mean cutting out things like refined sugar, or I can't think now, baby's awake and he's just so cute, such a sweet distraction. But I think that you probably get the general gist of what I'm saying, is that instead of taking things away, I like to add things in, so that there's no room for the things that don't make me feel good, because my life is so full with the things that do make me feel good. So I didn't really know what to start adding in. There's plenty that I need. I need more sleep, I need more water, I need more greens, but I just thought that I would start with apple cider vinegar in the morning, and it doesn't taste very good, and it takes a little while to get used to the feeling of it in your body in the morning. When I used to be a little bit more extreme, I would just shot a tablespoon of it. I don't take extreme approaches with things anymore. Well, I try not to. So I this morning had it for the first time in quite a while, and I had it in some warm water, and I mean, it didn't taste great, but it was okay, and the feeling reminded me of when I used to have it, and it made me look forward to reaping the benefits of it. You're eating my shirt. Everything that he gets at the moment goes straight into his mouth, doesn't it? Because you're teething. Yes. So I've just given myself time and grace while Patrick has been little. I've eaten heaps of chocolate, which is weird because I'm not even really a chocolate person. Like, I mean, I've always liked, you know, chocolate brownies and chocolate cake and things like that, but in terms of chocolate bars, I've never been that into them. But like, I'm surprised I don't look like a Mars bar with the amount that I've consumed. But I'm, you know, recognizing that we're getting a bit more sleep, and I don't need that massive sugar hit that the Mars bars provided, and whatever kind of emotional comfort they provided, I'm just not feeling like I need anymore, which is very nice. I had the same thing with my first pregnancy. Well, after I had him, it was cherry ripes. I just ate them and ate them and ate them. So yeah, so that's what I thought that I would share, that I'm starting this approach that I have done before and that I know works really well for me, because I still have the things that I have been having. I don't specifically cut things out, I just try to add in lots of a variety of things, not just food but lifestyle things as well, that make me feel good, so there's no room for the rest, and it just really suits my personality. And I thought that it might suit someone else's personality, and so I thought I would share in case it's helpful to someone, in case they hadn't thought of doing it this way before, or in case they're feeling discouraged because they shared with somebody their hopes of what they're hoping to do, you know, feel better and be healthier or whatever, and they got discouraged when everybody had an opinion about what they should be doing. I just wanted to be another voice if they wanted to hear it, to say that you don't have to be extreme about things. That if you're carrying extra weight, you probably didn't gain it all in a month. So I wouldn't be trying to lose it all in a month. For me, the extreme hardcore approach has never worked or never been sustainable, but maybe it will work for you, and good luck. And I mean that genuinely. If your approach is different to mine and it's working and you feel good, then that's really good. The main point is that everybody should feel good, should have a chance of feeling their best. But if you wanted to come along with me, I would love to hear about what you're going to add in to your life to make you feel good. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was, just briefly, because I think I've been talking for quite a while, was almost about the Twilight movie. I was such a fan when I was younger. I've not seen it for many, many years, and I don't know if they said this in the movie or if it was just in the book, but I feel like Bella's dad said to her once when he was talking about Jacob, and maybe you've never seen Twilight so you won't get this or read it, but he said, sometimes you just have to learn to love what's good for you. And at the time, drop the dummy. So at the time, this idea of learning to love what's good for you meant nothing to me at all. It wasn't until many years later, when I was getting out of debt, when I was doing the single mum thing, when I was getting healthier, that I really realized how true that is, that there are some things in life that are good for you that you don't love initially, but you've kind of just got to learn to love them. Like, you don't like greens, you just need to find a way to love them because they're so good for you. And having that attitude of, I'm going to find a way to love this, really helps in the process of whether it is getting out of debt, whether it is single parenthood, whether it is eating healthier or changing your lifestyle in some way. Keeping in mind, I am really going to love this change and what it's doing, and I'm going to find a way to make this work. It's a good attitude to have. And I don't love apple cider vinegar, but I like what it does. And so today, I drank it out in the sun, in the morning sun. Are you okay? Are you okay? And it was blissful, sitting in the sun, I mean.
That's a big splash.
Are you shooing the bird away from the beetle? Good job. Whoa.
I just saving the family.
I think he was hungry, so I don't know if you might hear him drinking, but he's just having some milk before we head in, and pulling my hair. So yes, that's all. Motherhood is calling now, and I can't speak about it any longer. But I just wanted to make a video because there is always an alternative way, and maybe a more gentle, abundant sort of approach might work for you. if you're interested. So if you are, I would love to hear what you are going to add into your life that will make you feel good. And that's it. We're about to go into a chocolate shop, which I know is kind of funny because I'm talking about being healthy, but it's a fun treat for the boys. And like I said, I'm not trying to cut everything out all at once. It's just a balanced approach. And we're going to have the chocolate covered strawberries, so it's practically a health food, right? Thanks for watching. Talk to you again soon. Goodbye. Are you happy now you've had some milk? Are you happy now? You don't have a little smile, do you? You don't have a little smile, do you? I know, Mum. I don't. No smiles today. Definitely not. Oh, is that a little smile? And then the little Patrick.
Go.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Did you just wake up? What are we gonna go and have?
I forgot.
Chocolate? Oh, tired boy. Let's go. Oh, you don't like it? What's that, the red vines you don't like?
No.
I think it might be like licorice. Red licorice maybe.
I really don't.
No good? Grandma loves them, so we'll give them to her.
Sick?
Grandma loves them, so we'll give them to her. These are our chocolate strawberries. And the sweet little Patrick. Our chocolate baby. Hello. What do you think? No good? You don't like it? What don't you like about it?
Chocolate and strawberry. I really don't like it.
Oh dear. Do you just like the plain chocolate?
No, I just like strawberries.
Mm. Me too. I like strawberries as well. Should we just eat plain strawberries?
Yeah.
Is there a dragonfly?
Yeah, you want to join our picture?
Oh.
Hey,
You got chocolate on
yeah,
you?
yeah, 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 yeah,
My goodness.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, sweetheart. Do you want to just put them underneath the pram? Are you getting that ball, Patrick? I think you might be a bit tired. Are you a bit tired? at home in his little play bed. He'll use his feet, yeah, just like that, to bring the ball up.